if players, I think that we're gonna go into the final form of deciding whether or not PC players with keyboard and mouse are better than PC players with a controller. I have learned, okay, and I know that you are like ultimate, like, I don't want to play against PC players.
No, I didn't say that. I think they should just open the floodgates.
The beta you did not enjoy. You wanted them cross-platform lobbies only.
When I was on PC, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
You're like, we must have a controller player here.
I don't know, man. I think like it's just with Fortnite right now, if you just queue up into a solo lobby on PS4, are you just with other PS4 players?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. I believe you're mixed with everyone.
Wait, no.
Unless you opt out of it.
Yeah.
If you opt out of it, then you could just be with PlayStation players. But if you leave it as cross-platform, you're stuck with mobile players, Switch. Everybody's in.
I mean, I say just open up the floodgates for like just try it out for a little bit and then see what happens, because we haven't seen it. This is the first. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I mean, we all have predictions, but nobody knows what's going to happen. So might as well just try it out. You know, have everything just be crossplay by default, and then if it just turns into a bloodbath for PS4 players, if they get into a lobby and they see that mouse and keyboard icon and they just go, oh, and then they leave the lobby, then you know that it's not a good idea.
I think it's just more of like in your head, because I call it, console players have been playing Call of Duty forever. Mm-hmm. Call of Duty on PC is such a small group of people who play it.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
I feel like that console players just have an advantage.
We played in a few lobbies where there were console players that were
the only time that
totally
I got
fine.
shit on in that beta was, I think it was 3 different times, and it was always by a console player, and I was on PC.
Yeah.
If they know what they're doing, you will get ran through.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, at no point will we ever be able to determine whether or not the abilities of one single individual, let's call it the best console player in existence, okay, the best aimer, the best. The guy with the most legit movement ever. 100 on aiming, 100 on movement, 100 on knowledge of the game. And then you put him up against a PC player that has 100, 100, 100 as well.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, I think the PC player is going to win, but I don't know.
I will say this. The thing is this, and the thing that changed my mind, and I know I've always argued with you about this, like, you can't be scared of PC. When I was playing Battalion on a daily basis, 5 hours a day, I found myself being able to aim more accurately and turn faster than I ever have with any controller. That's a fact.
Yeah.
So for me, like, it makes sense that using one thing to aim instead of 2 things to aim is like a logical thing.
Yeah, there's also this game is kind of an interesting test too, because this game is it's the maps are designed with power positions. And holding corners in mind, and holding lanes in mind. So the time to kill is super fast, but there is a lot of recoil compared to the other Call of Duties, and these maps are designed to sort of funnel people to these strategic locations, and so it's not as important in a game where there's lots of places where you can mount with your gun and just watch a game. Or watch a lane. Like the flick and being able to flick on somebody super fast with a mouse and keyboard isn't as important, because if somebody's just posted up, mounted, just looking at that spot that you're about to aim in, then it doesn't matter if they have a controller or a mouse and keyboard. You're probably going to get melted if you peek them.
Yeah. I had more trouble aiming today than I did when playing a PC. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. And I know that it's going to take about a week or a couple of days for me to get used to utilizing both of my thumbs and limited, mobility with all my digits instead of just, all of them. But it is. Power positions and being able to understand the game differently, because the amount of maps that I've gone into in which I turn a corner and there are 5 different places from where somebody can shoot me is insane. And that to me is like such a big gamble when it comes to, a competitive sort of map, that it just makes a little bit.
And they can hear you coming too from like across the map.
Yeah,
so the footsteps.
It's just more like just getting that timing, like knowing how quick somebody can get upstairs from a fight that you just had downstairs, and then you can play through all those scenarios in your head. But right now, it's all we're guessing.
Yeah. So look, obviously, in my opinion, in order for this, for the future of Call of Duty to become a little bit better, we are going to have to sort of, I'm not saying abandoned console at all, right? Because if you look at Fortnite, the biggest game arguably in the world right now, right? It's only because kids are also playing that. And the majority of the kids aren't playing on PC. They're playing on their Xbox or their PlayStation. So I don't think that there's ever going to be a situation in which somebody's going to care what it is that you're using, right? But I will say this, having played on PC with a controller is insane. The fact that you can change your FOV, the fact that you can see everything. What's the frame rate on that?
240. I mean, most are capped at 240.
Unlimited.
I mean, technically, if you had an incredible computer, there isn't really a cap. Your cap is only to your monitor.
It looks insane. It looks like a completely different game that I've never played before. So
it makes movement easier when you get more frames.
Right, but even then, right, is having a computer which is more powerful than a PlayStation 4 going to give the computer more of an advantage because it can process the internet faster?
No, because if Shroud made a statement when he did the press event against TP, and TP crushed him. And TP was playing on a console, he was playing on a PC. And Shroud is notorious for just give him a couple minutes with a shooter and he has it figured out. And TP, I mean, while TP was incredibly good at the game, he still has been out of it. He's not still up in pro form, as you could say, and he dusted him.
I mean, he's still crushing it in Blackout.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that he's like a slouch at this point, but Shroud is what most people, entertainment side-wise anyways, think he's a freak with most of the stuff he does in games.
Yeah, I think TP can definitely still compete.
So I think with that, just with somebody seeing that a console player can keep up, or just straight dominate a top tier. Arguably, you can't argue that Shroud is not a top tier PC player and crush him. I think I should give people maybe they don't have just the advantage.
Maybe just do it for like a week, just announce this upcoming week we're just going to do every lobby is going to be crossplay, and then we want your feedback. Let us know if you're a console player, how did it feel? If you're a PC player, did you notice a difference? And the results might surprise us. I mean, I feel like theoretically a great PC player is going to shit on a great console player most of the time. There's exceptions.
I don't think so.
That's what I would.
I think it's a straight 50-50 split. Whoever's having the better game is going to win. I don't think either person has an advantage.
You might be right. But I'm saying I think something is the case, but I don't know. So I'd like to know. So that would be an interesting experience. Just open it up for one or 2 weeks.
We'll have to wait for Shroud to give 2 weeks on the game and really learn it. TP will know it in 2 weeks and just put him in a gauntlet. 1v1.
Give Shroud 2 weeks with this game.
That's what I said. Give him 2 weeks.
I don't think that.
Just to see what it's like.
I don't think it would go the same way. I don't.
It doesn't need to go the same way. What I'm saying is a 50-50 split. It could just be an 11 to 12 win.
Maybe.
Anything like that. As long as it's not a skunk.
Well, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Will controller players ever be able to compete with the easiness that is to use a mouse?
Dude, I'm thinking about just years of reading in the comments, in YouTube video comments. Oh, if you were on fucking PC, or if you were on PC, I'd
destroy you.
It's hard to talk about YouTube comments without cursing, because that's all they.
That right now is what's going on with obviously PS4 versus Xbox. Everybody's always said PS4 has the better players, which I think is fucking wrong.
Xbox has always had the best players.
Xbox has better players.
I'm going to explain to you how.
Sure.
We came from Xbox, and we're the best players.
I don't know. They feel the same to me. Playing in both lobbies, it felt like Xbox was a little easier when I played Blackout on Xbox.
I think the conversation is more from a casual, random dude just got home from work perspective. Who has the better players? It has to go to the populace that has the most, who has a console. Yeah, Which one of them has the most, or which gets sold more, Xboxes or PlayStation?
PlayStation, I think PlayStation still has a lead.
Do they? But they didn't.
But that's a global thing. You don't sell Xboxes in Asia. They don't. They're just not. We're really not bought there at all.
Xbox One X is still technically a better console than the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Except for the dashboard.
But I'm saying numbers-wise, it's because they have a huge lead because Xboxes really don't sell.
During Call of Duty 4, Hutch, You think that PlayStation 4 players were better than
PlayStation 3 was.
Yeah, whatever. PlayStation players were better than
I played on both. No, I think Xbox players were better, but that was like back then.
Yeah.
Because I think they packaged COD 2 with Xbox
360.
360.
So COD 4 came out on the same thing. So it did on PlayStation as well. But then it started to evolve, and it wasn't until Black Ops 1 where we switched over to PlayStation. When
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 1.
3.
Black Ops 1 was the first time that MLG switched over to PlayStation because Call of Duty had the deal with PlayStation.
I'm pretty sure that started with Black Ops 3.
Okay, well, I'm right.
Okay, well, they gave us all PlayStations for the year that they came out with Black Ops 3.
Yep.
And that's when they announced the partnership.
Yeah, Black Ops 3. Which one was even Black Ops 3?
2015.
Oh.
Oh, it was way before that.
Yeah, way before that. You're so wrong.
It's way before that.
Yeah, it's way
I'm going to live fact check you.
Live
right
fact
now.
check me. All right, I'm right. That's
What I think would be something cool. Like, I don't know if they would ever do it, but if they had like an event, a weekend event, and they just called it the Console War, where it was
pubs,
where it was on each team, you would only be teamed up on your 6 would only be PlayStation players. The other 6 would always be Xbox players.
Yeah.
Or you just put PC players in there and just mix it in and just see what faction won that weekend. I think it would be a cool thing if they did an actual console war in there for bragging rights for that month. So it always was something. So it always kind of egged people on to be there and try to take over the next month for Pride or something. I think it'd be dope.
I'm right.
What are you right about?
Black Ops 3.
What? Black Ops 3 what?
It was when they got the partnership going. Black Ops 1.
Hotch.
Scuff. Duncan was walking around with PlayStation scuffs, giving them out of his backpack.
Yeah, MLG, they must have been doing their own thing with Sony as far as the partnership goes.
That could have been it.
But Call of Duty and the partnership with Sony didn't start
the exclusive.
until
Maybe he's
Black
talking
Ops
about the
3.
exclusive where you get the early access and that for PlayStation.
And that was something.
I think MLG had the PlayStation partnership.
What I was saying is
also
that
Destiny. Destiny had Activision Blizzard and Sony had an agreement with them.
during Black Ops 1, it was a $300,000 tournament that PlayStation put the money up for. That's when we stopped playing Call of Duty on Xboxes.
Yeah.
And that's when it moved over to PlayStation, which is when all of the players, professionals and semi-professionals and casual tryhards, switched over to PlayStation. We all switched over to PlayStation.
That's when I got my PlayStation. That's when I made my PlayStation account, which was I think it was 9 years ago. It says
For Black Ops 1?
Yeah.
I didn't get a PlayStation. I didn't start playing on PlayStation primarily until Black Ops 1.